Ever wondered which is more highly rated in Football Manager? Perfect training facilities and perfect youth facilities, or perfect reputation, 5 stars? In this video, we're going to try and find out by giving one club in Vanarama National North perfect training facilities and perfect youth facilities, and another in Vanarama National South perfect reputation. Come join us as we try and find out in this video who wins in the battle between perfect facilities and perfect reputation. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I'm G&G, and in this video we are doing an experiment to see if perfect facilities is better than perfect reputation in the game. And we're going to see with two different clubs. We're going to start with one club in the Vanarama National League North, and that is Bishop Stratford here, I picked them because they're bottom of the season preview. They're 200 to 1 to win the title. So what we've done, we've gone into the Football Manager editor and we've given them perfect training facilities, perfect youth facilities. I've touched absolutely nothing else. They still have the same money in the bank. They still have the same manager, same players, same everything else is exactly the same. And just to show that, I'll go into the editor and you can see here what I've done is I went into facilities, gave them 20 and 20, left it at that, left everything else the same. So we're going to see what that effect is have. So the things to look out with this one is, does having perfect facilities and perfect youth facilities mean they bring through youth players? Does it affect their bank balance too much? Does it mean the cost of running those facilities is too much for the club and they get crippled by it? And we'll see if they can get promoted up the divisions or even drop down a few divisions, because I have loaded the lower league database down a few divisions more to see if maybe they collapse down the leagues. The other team we've gone for is in the National League South, and that is Dover Athletic. I picked them again because they are bottom, 300 to 1 to win the title, and we have given them perfect reputation again. I'll go into the editor and show it. Where is reputation here? There it is, maximum of 10,000 for reputation. I've given it to them, and yeah, we've left everything else the same with them too. Same bank balance, same facilities for them. They're 1.5 star facilities. They are predicted to finish 24th. Let's see what they can do with a perfect reputation. Things to look out with them is, can they bring in better high quality players on free transfers, etc., because of their reputation? If they do get up the league, will that reputation drop down, or will it just stay as they are, which means they'll bring in better players? And again, will the facilities cripple them though? They have the reputation, but are they able to build on that? It's going to be interesting to see. So what we're going to do is, I'm actually going to go ahead 2 seasons at the start, because it might take a while for things to kick in with both clubs. And then we'll come back and we'll see how Bishop Stratford are doing with perfect facilities and Dover Athletic are doing with a perfect reputation. So we are back 2 seasons into this experiment, and we're going to start off with a look at Dover Athletic. They started off in the National League South. We gave them perfect reputation. That reputation is down a star already, so they're a 4-star reputation now instead of the 5. But they have got promotion. They're up in the National League. We'll take a look at how they got on in their 4th season in South. We look at the stages and we go back to the very first season of this challenge. Here we are. Dover finished 10th position, 46 points, 64 points on the board, well clear of relegation in the end. Remember, they were strong favourites to be relegated from the National League South. They finished 10th, and the season after they won the league comfortably on 105 points, gaining promotion to the National League South. As I said though, they are down a reputation point, a star I mean. They're down to 4-star, but that's still a high reputation being in the National League. They are in the season preview. They are the favourites to gain promotion, overwhelming favourites to gain promotion to the League 2 and into the Football League. So yeah, looking good for Dover. So perfect reputation has given them a good boost. Now we look at Bishop Stratford to see how they got on. Probably spell it right to be helpful. Here we go. So they've been relegated. They're down in the Southern League Premier Central now, and they're not even favourites to win it. They're down 10th in the season preview. So let's see how they've got on. So they were in the National League North, wasn't it? Yeah, North for them. So they've gone well down. They've well down in 2 seasons. So let's go to stages. We'll go to the 4th season. See, Bishop Stratford finished bottom on 33 points. So training facilities did not make much of a difference for them. So down they went to the Ryman League, and we go to the season here, and they finished. Where are they here? Didn't go into the Ryman League Premier Division. Evo Stick, we're trying to find them now, what division they went to, because they seem to have got relegated again. They are here, they're in this division here, the Southern. Southern, within that, yeah, they're in that last season. So they're down in the Southern League Premier Central. They finished 15th in the 2nd season of this experiment. So they've gone down to the Southern League Premier. No chance of them getting promoted at the moment. And we take a look at their facilities. They've gone down half a star, and as I thought might happen it is affecting the bank balance. They're down to 172,000 in debt. So yeah, at the moment, Perfect Reputation is definitely winning out over the Perfect Facilities at this level. Can Bishop's Stratford get back up into the National League North and then try and push for promotion? They will have good youth facilities for a while, which means they should have good young players coming through, hopefully. But their youth recruitment is not great either, and their reputation is very low, so that's going to hinder them. So what we're going to do now is we go on to 5 seasons into the experiment. Let's see if Dover Athletic continue to go up and if Bishop Stratford continue to go down. So we are back 5 years into this experiment, and we're going to start off with Bishop Stratford this time, and they're still down in the Southern League Premier. Their facilities are now 4.5 stars, but their bank balance even has improved a bit. They're up to 33,000 in the bank, loan debt of 170k, so they're not doing too bad. It's just they've been stuck in the Southern League Premier, and we're going to have a look at the table and see how they've got on in the seasons they've been there. So we go back to 3 seasons, and they finished 11th in the league table. Well off being relegated, nowhere near the playoff positions. So yeah, disappointing season there for them. The season after that, they finished in 11th again, so that seems to be a familiar position for them. And the third season, since we've simply had up to 9th in the table, so a bit of improvement there, maybe a sign that they are starting to improve. And for the season ahead, if we look at the season preview, they're actually predicted to finish 4th in the Southern League Premier, so a chance of maybe playoff and promotion, even being in there with a chance of winning the title. If we just take a look at their history of transfers, can I go to transfer history? No, sorry, that's overall transfer history. We go to Bishop Stratford's transfer history is what I want. They haven't exactly, they're down in the Southern Premier, you wouldn't expect it. They haven't really brought in many players. They haven't sold many players yet, maybe youth players coming through their youth facilities. So that may be something they will improve on. Yeah, if they can get promoted to back to the Vanarama North, then maybe they can start to make a real move up the divisions. But yeah, so far not great for Bishop Stratford. They have the great facilities, but they don't have the reputation to go with. They don't have the finances, and yeah, they're down in the Southern League Premier. Hopefully they can get promoted in the next coming seasons. Let's have a look now at Dover and see how they've been getting on. I'm noticing they've definitely got some promotions because they're up in League 1 at the moment. That is fantastic for them. Their reputation is down to 3.5 stars, but they're up in League 1, bit of money in the bank, and yeah, in a good position. Facilities 1.5 star still for them. Let's have a look at how they've got on. We will go back to, they came first in the division, they came first in the National League South in the first season, then second in the National League, up into League 2. They had a season where they finished 9th in League 2, and then they won League 2 the season just gone. So let's just have a look at that season, just to see where they, gone back to Bishop Stratford, just to see how they got on, and was it a dominating display from them last season? We go back to it, and no, they won the title only by a point, but they were well clear of promotion. Really good season for them, 84 points on the board, ahead of Burton Albion, and yeah, really good season. The season before they finished 9th, is that what we said? Yeah, but not far off the playoff positions in their first season promoted. So yeah, Dover are making good progress, and we do the same. We'll have a look at their transfer history just for a moment, and we'll see how they haven't really spent huge, I don't think. They spent 22,000 in the season just gone. They spent 30,000 the season before that. Spent 200,000 just before that on one player, Max Waters from Barnsley. So Dover getting a player from Barnsley is maybe a sign of their reputation have taken effect. They were able to get him in. He looks a really good striker too at this level. 155 appearances for Dover, 53 goals so far. So yeah, that's a sign of the reputation taking effect there. They were able to get in a player of that quality with the money that they had. So yeah, so how is it standing 5 seasons in? Well, Dover are in League 1. Bishop Stratford are down in the Southern League Premier. We're going to go ahead 5 more seasons, going to go 10 years into this experiment and see who is the clear winner. So here we are, 10 seasons into the experiment, and we're going to go and check out Dover first of all. When we last checked, they were in League 1, and they are still in League 1. But they have had another promotion, I think. I'm looking here right. So they got to League 1. Yeah, they finished 2nd in League 1 in 2028-29. Promoted the Championship. They stayed in the Championship for 2 seasons. Got relegated the last season before we came back, and they finished 5th in League 1, or is that where they are at the moment? Just let me look at the table in League 1. No, they're 9th in League 1. So yeah, they finished about 1 season back in League 1 where they got to the playoffs stages, and we go to last season. Yeah, they finished 5th, and what happened to them in the playoff semi-final? They beat Stockport. They got to the final at Wembley, and they were defeated by Wrexham in extra time. So Wrexham come back to the Championship. let's just check out their seasons in the Championship. We go up to the Championship, we go stages again, and we just look, they got promoted in 28-29, so they're not there. So next season it was to see Dover finished in 13th, comfortably enough there above relegation, so a good season for them in the Championship. The season after, they finished in 18th in the Championship, a little bit closer to the relegation spots. And then the season after, they were bottom of the Championship, or comfortably bottom, only 19 points in that season, only 2 wins out of 46 games in that season. A really poor season for Dover. And then, as I said, they got back into League 1 and they got to the playoff final, but they are going to spend another season in League 1 this coming up, and yeah, a bit disappointing, isn't it? So the reputation is down to 3-star from 5-star. They have 6 million in the bank. How's their transfer business been going? While they are spent 725,000 in 28-29, 6.25 million spent in 29-30, 13 million taken in on players. Then they spent only 110,000 that season but brought in 3.1 million, and then 2.4 million spent but brought in 1.5. So yeah, have to been they actually brought in 9.75 in this season in League 1. Who was a big sale there. 7.5 million for Daniel Stacey, who went to Leeds. But yes, they haven't spent huge money. One big season where they spent, what was it, 6 million, 6.25 million. Has their reputation helped them? It's not easily seen there, but yeah, it looks okay. Their facilities are still 1.5 star. That's probably holding them back a bit. Interesting to see. I am actually going to go on a few more seasons and see how this goes with Dover. I'm interested to see how they go. Bishop Stratford now. Let's see how they've been getting on with perfect facilities. And let's see, we typed them in, Bishops. Where are they? They're here. Oh, they have got another relegation. They're down in Southern League Division 1 Central now. That's poor from them. So they finished second in the Southern League Premier. We'll have a look at that season. They must have lost a playoff final or semi-final there. They finished third the next season. Then they fell down to 10th. Then they got relegated with 21st, and they're down in the Southern League. So let's have a look here. There's the season they got relegated. They're down in 21st position. 10 points off safety, only 8 wins in the season. The season before that, they finished 10th in the Southern League Premier Central. Season before that, they were 3rd. Let's see, have a look at the playoffs. They were beaten in the playoff semi-final by Corby Town, so disappointment there for Bishop Stratford. The season before, they finished 2nd, and they were 12 points off the champions Peterborough Sports. So they weren't going to get promoted as champions. How did they get on in the playoff? And again, it was semi-final defeat, so 2 playoff semi-final defeats to get back into the Vanarama North, I think. But yeah, there were 2 playoff semi-finals, chance of promotion. They didn't take it, and they eventually got relegated, and they're down in the Southern League Division 1 Central. They have 4.5 star training facilities now. Their youth facilities are down to 4, and their youth recruitment is only 2.5 silver stars. So yeah, they have a bit of money in the bank. It's going to be interesting to see. I actually want to go on another 5 seasons with both these teams, because I'm really interested to see, can Dover ever make it up to the Championship, or even back to the Championship and the Premier League, and can Bishop Stratford take advantage of these facilities and get back at least into the Vanarama North, or Vanarama North, or even get to the Vanarama Premier Division itself. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. We're going to go 5 more seasons on in this challenge, or in this experiment even, and see what happens. Well, we are back 15 years into this experiment to see who is the winner between perfect facilities and perfect reputation. And we'll start off with Dover Athletic, who started, of course, with 5-star reputation. It's now down to 2.5 star. They're in League 1, but since we have been here 5 seasons on, they've had a little bit of an up and down spell. So they finished in 6th position in the League 1. That was enough for a playoff spot. How did they get on in the playoff semi-final? They were beaten by Birmingham in that playoff semi-final, so no promotion in that season for Dover. The next season, though, they did go up. They finished 3rd in the table. We'll get the table up here now. They finished 3rd in the table, automatic promotion back to the Championship. So again, a second spell in the Championship for Dover Athletic, but sadly relegated straight away the next season. 22nd position, down by a single point behind Portsmouth. They would have stayed up on goal difference, only for the point difference. So that's a bit of a disappointment. They're back in League 1, and they've had 2 seasons in League 1. They finished 5th, and that would have been the playoffs. So let's see how they got on in the playoffs. Beaten in the semi-finals by Fleetwood. Yeah, bit of a disappointment there. And then the last season of this experiment, they finished 9th outside the playoffs. So they're in League 1. So for Dover, yeah, they're a League One club now. They've had a couple of spells in the Championship. But remember, back at the start of this save, they were favourites to be relegated out of the Vanarama National South. So 5-star reputation got them up as far as the Championship a couple of times, and now they are a mid-table League One club. So let's check out Bishop Stratford for one final time and see how they've got on. They were down in the Southern Premier Division 1. They've gone back up to the Southern League Central. They now have 4-star youth facilities again. They had dropped down a bit more, but they've both 4-star facilities after having 5, so they're down a star. Reputation is down a little. Bit more money in the bank too. Let's see, they were relegated, of course, down to the Premier Division 1. They finished 5th in this season. Wasn't enough to get promotion. Well off. I think they would have got to playoffs there. We'll just check. I think they got to playoffs. They got to the playoff final actually, so a bit of a disappointment here that they didn't win it, beaten 2-1 in that playoff final. So let's have a look and see when they finally did get a promotion back. It was a further season on, and they got the promotion, finishing 2nd in the league table. Let's have a look at the league table. Finished 2nd, so they won the playoffs. We go to the playoff final. Just to confirm that, they won the playoff final against Stourbridge, the home of course Jude Bellingham. But a 2-0 win there for Bishop Stratford. Got them back up to the Southern League Premier Central, where they finished 12th, 9th and 8th. So I don't think it's 8 playoff spot. Just check that out. Don't think so. No, it's not. So so for Bishop Stratford, it is a bit of a disappointment. They of course started as we started this experiment in the Vanarama National North, got perfect training facilities, perfect youth facilities, and have dropped down 2 divisions since then. But thankfully they've got one back, and they may get back up eventually if we were to carry on this experiment. But that is where we will finish it up, and there is only one clear winner, and that is Dover Athletic and Perfect Reputation. We go back to Dover for a second just to finish up with the winner on screen. There they are in League One. They've gone from the Vanarama National South all the way up to the Championship, and then the highest finish of 13th in the Championship, but they're back in League One now, but down to 2.5-star reputation. But the clear winner is that Football Manager ranks that Perfect Reputation over Perfect Facilities. If you did enjoy this experiment, please drop a like on the video. Always good to see more likes, that people enjoy them. If you want to see more experiments like this, please drop any ideas you have in the comments or what you'd like to see. Would you like to see maybe some of the top clubs with 1-star reputation or lower and poor facilities, and see what happened then? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Really helps this channel to grow and helps everyone to see more videos like this on the channel. And until the next one, please take it easy.